All right, did we have a title for this? Slam Podcast?
That's it.
I don't remember. I was only on one.
That's a Slam Podcast.
So we are here with Slamcasts in the pod with Mr. Stephen Owenby and myself, Mateo Parker.
Everybody?
What's up?
What's up?
So we'll have you guys introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Trey. I'm the youth director at 6 Points Church in Sheridan, Indiana.
Hey, Trey.
What's up, Trey? Nice to have you here. Ladies, you just say your name. That's fine.
Okay. Samantha Smith.
Talk a little louder.
My name's Bella.
Yeah, Bella, those solids. We got Samantha, Bella, and Trey. So maybe from Trey, the youth leader, I got to chat with him a little bit today. Cool guy, Colorado vibes.
Yeah.
Outdoorsy heart. he's crunchy in his soul. We share a common ground there. But maybe Trey, you can give us something maybe that happened this week or something you saw you weren't anticipating. I think that'd be fun. To hear.
We saw the kids work and talk to people, and multiple times. I mean, they don't do these chores, or they do chores at home, but they don't. They complain. We have a lot of farm kids, and they're like, "Yeah, we got to go take care of the chickens and what have you." And I asked them, I'm like, "Do you guys do work this willingly at home?" And they were like, "No." And I'm like, "So what's the difference?" And they're like, "Well, we're doing it for Jesus."
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool. That's cool.
And I had multiple kids say, literally say, I don't want to talk to anybody else. Like, don't make me talk to people. Then like we went into Miss Lisa's apartment yesterday, or was that? Yeah, yesterday. And the girls didn't want to leave. Didn't want to talk to anybody. They're like, no, we want to go back and hang out with Miss Lisa. She was so cool. And
that's awesome.
So I saw them like open up and just like start talking to these people, different cultures, different. We had some boys helping a South Korean couple that barely spoke English and breaking down the language barrier non-verbally, right? So it was really cool to see that.
Man.
And it's so fun talking to kids because like, it's got to be God. It makes sense. And so, yeah.
That's great. Thank you, Trey.
That's awesome.
So then maybe from Sam and Bella, you guys can give us a highlight. What was a highlight for each of you? This doesn't have to be like an in-depth testimony or anything. Just like something you're like, man, this was, when I go home, this is going to be the first story I tell my friends about this trip. I can go first. Yeah, you can go first.
Yesterday, I had to get up closer.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Yesterday, like at worship, it was the greatest thing I've like ever witnessed in my entire life. Like, it just felt like, how do I put it? Like,
you're doing great.
Like, I don't know what word.
Like, was it how you felt that was special? Was it what you saw in your friends that was special?
Tell the story. Give us the objective. Like what actually happened?
When like worship started, like I was like, I don't. Okay, so there's this girl in my youth group, and she's had a very tough time, like very hard life. And to watch her like give her life to God last night, it was like so powerful. And it like felt like we've had like difficulties with each other, but like yesterday, God showed me that she's one of my real friends.
Love that.
And I can like open up to her and like everything.
Yeah. So it's like the time of worship kind of helped maybe give you a foundation of friendship or something special now that you'll work on moving into the future, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
it's really cool. And that
even solidified that for you all. That's really great. I love that. I've had multiple moments with friends during times of worship where God has done something that brought us closer together, or even helped us to resolve something that had been conflicting for us. And so I definitely know what you're talking about, and that's very special. And it, like Parker said, it's something to continue working on moving forward. And hopefully that moment will be something for you all that will just continue to solidify that friendship and help it just grow deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah. There's a cool story in the Bible. I don't know if y'all are aware of it, where Jesus talks about a guy who comes to worship essentially, but he has issues with somebody else. And Jesus is like, no, it's more important for you to go deal with those issues with your friend, work those things out, then come to worship. So it's kind of like God's teaching you how cleansing those things, repairing those things in your friendships, it makes worship even that much more powerful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Love it. Sam, what's a moment for you want to share?
Well, last night there was this boy in our youth group who is much younger than us, and so we didn't really know him, but I was with him pretty much all week, and we worked together the whole time. and it was really nice to see him give himself to Christ and say he wanted to do it. And now he's like a little brother.
Oh, that's awesome.
Love little brother vibes. So what about for the two of you? Y'all gave highlights of seeing something else happen in somebody else's life. What about for the two of you? What's something that stands out for you as individuals?
So last night we were in our circle for youth group, we were in our circle for small group,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and we missed late night because we were all sitting in a circle, and I had a hard time sharing, and they all placed their hands on me. So
Oh, I love that.
I got to pray for you, huh?
Were you able to open up? Did you find some freedom?
yeah,
Love that.
Praise
Love
the
that.
Lord.
So share with us here everything you said. No, I'm just kidding. What about you, Bella? Something for you as an individual.
Like something, but like
Something about you. You shared that story about the girl in your youth group, and y'all have this great friendship. What happened for Bella? That's a standout.
last night again. It was like after worship in like the middle, I asked God to give me things and like start like showing me what he wants me to do. And he gave me like many things in my mind that he wanted me to do, and it like I was so happy for the rest of the night. My small group, I've never talked this much in my life. Like in a small group with people I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I talk a lot though. But not with people I don't know. And
Yeah.
it was really cool, like just to open up to them, to people I don't even know.
Yeah, because it's easy to open up to people we feel comfortable around.
Right.
But like God has to do something for us to be genuine and open with people we don't know. So it's something God's doing in your life. It's really awesome.
That small group time is my favorite time ever.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
great.
small group.
That's awesome.
Small group shout outs. Who is your
Right.
small group
Noted.
leader?
She hasn't been here.
Oh,
Because,
Allison.
yeah,
She
her
had the baby
baby.
with the fever.
Yeah.
Do you know who was with you last night?
I don't know her
What does she
name.
look like?
She has glasses.
Uh-huh.
And she's like short.
Uh-huh.
And she was like,
Jessica?
Jess.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She had dark brown hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Jess.
There you
Shout
go.
out to Jess.
There you go, Jess.
And, what's her name? And Chelsea.
And Chelsea.
And I think her name was Kelly.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Cool.
Corina. Or,
Corey.
no, it was a
Karina.
girl.
Corinna.
Corinna.
Kaylee.
Gotcha. These are
Corinna.
people in the youth group. with
Corinna.
you. Or in the
Oh,
small group.
yeah,
in the
yeah,
small
yeah,
group.
yeah.
Oh, these are
Oh,
small
got
group
you,
people?
got you. I thought you were talking about people I knew. I was like, Corinna. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's great though.
Oh, yeah? Fantastic. Love it. All right, so then maybe we'll conclude with Trey here.
Oh, yeah,
What
yeah.
was something you saw in your youth group that, like, because when you're a youth leader, you're working, you're serving, you always want your
Mhm.
kids to have impact. Is there something you noticed in them this week? You're like, man, I'm glad that happened, or I'm glad I got to see that.
I mean, they pushed themselves, and I spoke about it earlier. I watched them open up and try new things, and we've had a lot of turmoil this spring with a changing of the guard in our youth ministry, and working with different difficult interpersonal relationships at the youth level, and to see the kind of upperclassmen and high school students really embrace the middle schoolers this week and some of each other that they haven't really gotten tight about. I mean, that's a big deal. And you preached about it, right? Like friendship is a huge part of this faith. And that's something that even kind of touched me. I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I've never read that before. And so I hope that we can build on what they've experienced here. I mean, and grow together and learn to really push each other, support each other, get that accountability piece in there. And some of the girls even practiced that this week a few times in a couple situations and dove right in. So
yeah, the accountability piece is it's a little bit easier when you know the person you're talking to and you can work it out. So if you frustrate them or offend them, you're going to fix it. Like I've known Steve, it'll be 16 years in August.
Yeah.
And I'm same with Nate. We've known each other that long. So like, Nate's always setting up all this tech and I'm like, he's like, I don't know if I can get it on the overhead speakers. I'm like, but that's the fun part, Nate. Like, don't sell us short. But like, we know one another enough where Nate really puts his foot down. I'm like, okay, Nate's being for real. He's not just tired or busy.
that's cool. It's cool.
But it's good stuff. Man, thank you so much, guys, for coming to our podcast, sharing these stories. This is fantastic.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're gonna have a session here in a little bit and hear testimonies from everybody. I think it's gonna be a great time. Me and Trey, we're talking at the lake. We're gonna be starting emailing back and forth about some international mission stuff.
Yes.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah. Scott was like, what?
Yeah.
Sure, I'm in. So we'll, yeah.
Yeah, Scott. If Scott becomes the problem,
Well,
we're gonna have to go.
I talked to, blowing the names, MC,
Derek.
Derek.
Yeah.
And Derek's like, hey, I heard you were thinking about going and doing a big trip. And I'm like, what?
I talked to Derek. I was like, me and Trey were talking about missions.
I was like,
it.
okay, yep. All right. We'll see.
Yeah, obviously, if you guys end up not wanting to go, I'll go.
Oh, I want to
I'll
go.
in your stead.
I want to go.
No, I think it's gonna be a good time. It'll
You
be
can
fun
go
to
too.
organize. Yeah. Oh, I'm 100% gonna go.
Okay. I like
That's a
it.
guarantee. That's a guarantee. Well, thank you guys. Hope you have a great evening, getting things cleaned up. And we'll see you at a session tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
Slamcasts.
Slam podcast.